Good morning, YouTube, and welcome to the Cars and Bids interior walkthrough of my triple-locked 1997 Lexus LX450. The car is running, so let me run through all of the controls, the good, the bad. So, all the windows work, auto up, down. Power door locks work, window lock works. If I turn on the headlights, it's hard to see since it's daytime, but you might be able to see, no. In any case, the dimmer does work. Power mirrors work. And then I have added a Land Cruiser Products auxiliary pusher fan, which I'll show in the exterior and engine bay walkthrough, but you can actually hear it kick on, and it's great for when you are idling in traffic and there's not a lot of air coming across the AC condenser from the engine-driven fan alone. Although the Land Tank Blue Hub fan clutch definitely helped that as well. So listen for the fan. Hopefully you can hear that whirring noise. So I'll get to the diff lock, which is the most important switch in this whole truck for the most part. But I just wanted to start with the fact that reverse, neutral, low, second, but drive does not light up anymore, although in the gear shift panel it does show accurately. Additionally, the second start works, the power works, and the overdrive off works, which I actually forgot to show a nighttime picture of that. The trip odometer reset does work. The wipers work. The washers work. The rear as well works, as does the rear wiper. There we go. And that's thanks to a new diverter valve that I put into the engine bay. The e-brake light works. The ABS and the center diff lock work, and I'll show that first, actuated by the Toyota factory locking center differential switch that I added. Normally, from the factory, this switch wouldn't be here because they only want you to lock the center diff when you shift into low range. However, the wiring is behind the dash to very easily add this plug. So what I did is I moved the security panel from this spot down to here and put this center differential switch. So I'm still in high range, and I activate the center differential lock by hitting this switch, and you can see the center lock and ABS lights come on. There we go, ABS is on. And now that the center differential lock is actuated, I can turn on the front and rear locking diffs, which is actuated by this little switch right here. So first, the rear. And you can see that it blinks until it engages. So let's move forward and backwards a little bit. And you can see now that it's engaged. Additionally, we can lock the front differential, once again, twisting the knob just a little bit further. And once again, the front blinks until the gears mesh. So let's move backwards. And we'll turn the wheel, and oh, the front already locked, probably because I turned the wheel. And then in terms of the unlocking, it's simple as switching the switch back, and the front is still engaged, still meshed. So let's reverse a little bit, and it unlocked, as you can see. Now let's do the same thing with the rear. Oh, and the rear was already unmeshed enough to just unlock. So for now, I'm going to undo the center diff in high range, and I'll show you that the center diff locks automatically once you go into low range. ABS comes back on, there we go. So that's neutral in both the transmission and the range selector. Low range, diff lock comes back on, ABS comes back on. Now there is a way to defeat that, and it's the 7th pin down here somewhere where you can change it, and Slee Off-Road has a great write-up on how to do that. I didn't really see a need to do that. I just liked having the Toyota center diff lock switch, which was great. But as soon as I switch back into neutral, the diff unlocks, ABS comes back on, we'll go back into high range, put it into park. So in my nighttime pictures, you probably saw that some of the dash lights don't light up. For instance, I think 3, 4, and some of the balance controls don't have backlighting, but the screen does backlight. The backlighting of the antenna up-down switch doesn't light. The defroster doesn't have backlighting, but when you do press it, the indicator light does come on. These ones do have backlighting, and obviously this hazard indicator works. The automatic AC controls work great. Let's pop it on to full blast cold, full blast hot, and everywhere in between. And you can hear the engine change tone depending on whether it's actuating the AC compressor or not. I added the pop-out cup holder because this used to be a little cubby that was useless. This is a Toyota part. The ashtray still works and lights up. The glove box has the manuals in it, and it also lights up. You'll see my interior at night pictures. Door lock, window up down works. Part of the reason why I love Toyota so much, their electronics just work flawlessly for years and years and years. Really the only thing is that the backlighting on some of the controls has gone away. So I am including this 4 outlet cigarette lighter adapter, since there's only the one cigarette lighter in this whole truck. If you don't want it, that's fine, I'll keep it. If you don't want the FM Bluetooth transmitter either, that's fine, I'll take it back. But I use it, I think it works great. Little cubbies. The only cup holder until I added the other cup holder. You can see that the front carpets are in decent shape. They're not the greatest, but the front passenger seat did not get replaced when I purchased the truck, so it does have a little bit of a tear right here, but for 185,000 mile seats, not too shabby. All of the interior lights work. The sunroof opens. The sunroof also tilts up It seals well. I've never had water come through it. The second row lights, it also lights up when I open the door. Oop, if I'm on door. There we go, door, yay. So now close the door, goes off. Now for the second row seats, they're in great shape, all things considered. They do have these lovely armrests. And the headrests pop up, same thing for the third row. No armrests in the third row. Let me hop out of the truck real quick and I'll show you the second row. Window switch works. Little ashtray. The lovely CD changer, which makes noise but never pops out. Definitely does not work. The second row heater does work. Matter of fact, I'll show you right now. Pop it onto high so that you can hear the fan. Listen to that fan. Turn that back off. It also has a low setting. On the driver's side, the interior switch for the rear panel of glass on the third row does not exist. I don't know why Toyota decided to do that, but as you can see, it is Toyota glass. So it's definitely factory, but it opens, slides smoothly. I've kept the grooves as clean as I possibly can at all times for that exact purpose. Liftgate goes up. You've got space in the back for spare parts and tools to carry with you. The seats can fold down and then obviously flip up to the side and you attach them up here. You can see that the rear light also lights up when the liftgate is opened. Jack and tools in there. My personal favorite part of the interior of this vehicle is that as I was pulling into this dirt area to make this video, I got a little dusty, and then obviously I got watery as well from the washer fluid demonstration. But the great thing is the tailgate. And I will never purchase an off-road SUV without a tailgate, because now I can sit down, relax, and enjoy my view and not worry about getting my pants or clothes dirty with touching dusty body panels. So on the passenger side, both the front and rear section of glass slide open. And then window works. Seats fold and then flip. There we go. And they attach up to here. The carpet is as clean as I could get it with hiring the pros to steam clean it. There's another little cubby right here, and I'll show you that this glass opens as well. Ta-da! This is a floor mat that's just over top of the, metal of the vehicle. There was probably another set of floor mats that went in the third row, maybe, but I don't have it. There might not have been one in the third row. In the second row, however, there definitely was, because this is just regular carpet, and I do not have floor mats for the second row. Never had them, didn't come with the vehicle when I bought it. Lumbar works. And I actually love these seats. They're very comfortable. So speaking of the seats, the recline works on the passenger side, but the forward and backward does not. Hasn't since I owned it. There's all kinds of information on the forums about replacing those motors. There's even information on the forums about installing heated seats into these vehicles, and Toyota actually made that as an option in the Japanese market. Driver seat. Recline works. Forward and backward works. And then also lumbar. So that actual twist knob is the bolstering on the sides, which, like I said, it's a very comfortable seat. And it's in great condition because the dealer that I bought it from gave me a new driver seat, since the driver seat was originally messed up, but he gave me a new one. What else? So the vanity mirrors do have lights that work on both sides. Ta-da! And last but not least would probably be the radio. So the antenna works. I can control the height of the antenna with the switch, which I think is great. The lowest point that it can be at while the radio is on is right about there. And obviously when it's off, it goes fully down. You do definitely get better reception with it totally extended. So the unfortunate thing about the stereo in this truck is that the subwoofer, which is right here in the Lexus, doesn't have the best sound quality anymore. So if I turn the bass up,
the first time you ever had the relation.
so you can kind of hear some crackling. Additionally, I keep the balance turned to the driver's side because the passenger side speakers seem to have some crackling going on. Let's see if we can demonstrate that. So, with that being said, it still works. I can still listen to music quite comfortably. And actually, the speakers down in the footwells work. These ones work. The door speakers do work. Like I said, I think the passenger side speakers have a little bit of a crack. I'm not sure, crackle. I'm not sure whether it's the door or the footwell speaker, but other than that, the electronics work beautifully on this truck. Cruise control turns on. The light around the key lights up. All of the fuses in the fuse box are good to go. And as a matter of fact, you can see the add-a-fuse, which is what the Land Cruiser Products auxiliary pusher fan uses to join into the electrical system of the truck. Very clean setup, and I had it professionally done. And other than that, all of the vents work. The auto temperature control works. When it's 105 out here in Vegas, especially now that I've installed the auxiliary pusher fan and the blue hub fan clutch, the AC blows nice and cold the whole time and keeps me nice and comfortable, even without having the windows super tinted. And I believe that is it when it comes to the interior. So please join me for the next video in the series for Cars and Bids, where I will be walking through the exterior of the vehicle. Thank you so much. See you soon.